Radiant team
Okay,
back.
guys, welcome back to game 2 of 2. We Kinda Suck versus Not Team Fish. I'm General Jivicus, joined once again in the commentator's box by Matzo and Zenitron. And wow, guys, that first match, what do
10
you
seconds
what do you think of
remaining.
that? Basically, I think those guys played a little bit cautiously,
5
and I think they could
seconds
have finished it a
remaining.
lot earlier.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think
Reserve time.
Team Fish could have turned it around with their big ultimates, but like I said, like they needed every hero there. They needed every ultimate to be like spot on for
Dire
them to
team
stop
back.
the Tiny Wisp combo.
Yeah, that tiny got so huge so quickly there. Not quite the tiny we saw from Plums in mid before,
Radiant
and remember
team
he did
back.
that without the wisps, and I mean maybe that's got something to do with it. Wisp is obviously there, sapping up the XP of the tiny early on, but I mean I think he was about 12 or 13 kills or something, so early on there. OD then banned out by We
10
Kinda Suck.
seconds remaining.
And there we go, we see a ban on the Tiny by Not Team Fish.
5
They've certainly
seconds
learned from
remaining.
their mistake. Death Prophet also banned out.
Dire
They're looking to
team
take
back.
control of the mid here. I think We Kinda Suck once again. Any thoughts on what their second ban should be? Oh, they're going to ban Weaver. Cutest choice. Okay. First pick then
Radiant
for We Kinda
team
Suck.
pick.
What do you guys think?
Broodmother ban. I think this early in the game, it's a bit. It's I don't know. It shouldn't be banned this early. I don't think that you can. Even if they did pick a brood this early, you could counter it in so many ways.
I don't really see any We Kinda Suck really any real Brood
10
players on
seconds
their team, to
remaining.
be honest. Having a look through their most recent drafts,
5
not really something
seconds
that they tend to
remaining.
pick up.
Reserve time.
Basically, a bit of a wasted ban, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
definitely.
agree.
Dire team pick.
Which Doctor though picked up
Dire
for We
team
Kinda
pick.
Suck? That is going to be for Kirstez most likely.
Radiant team
We're
pick.
finally going to get to see Uncle Bulgaria's Lone Druid. I've talked about this every time Not Team Fish have put a draft together, and I wonder if Uncle Bulgaria will swap roles then with Zork, with Fofo, who's unfortunately injured and no longer unable to play this particular match. So we think probably see. I mean, how do you rate Lone Druid in the off lane?
10 seconds remaining.
He's a really strong hero. It's really hard to
5
actually
seconds
go and
remaining.
kill that hero due to the new ability Savage
Reserve
Roar.
time.
It's a really good AoE spell that this basically makes you run back to your own fountain. So yeah, it's really hard to catch that hero in the off lane, even if you have a tri lane.
Yeah, I think it's positional though, because obviously it does
Radiant
make you run back
team
towards
ban.
your fountain. So depending on where you're at, you can kind of position yourself so that you find yourself still near the hero there. Ogre Mage also picked up. That's
Yeah,
gonna be
definitely, I agree.
for
10
Pitch
seconds
Wife,
remaining.
maybe, I guess, or maybe Zork actually. I really like Ogre Mage with the recent
5
changes.
seconds
He's really
remaining.
strong. The extra HP regen, I think it does make him the tankiest
Reserve
hero
time.
in the game for effective health as far as level 1, and there goes. Witch Doctor picked up, obviously, like I said before, for Kirstez, and Abaddon also picked up. That's going to be a support Abaddon for sure, right?
Yeah, the chances are high of him playing a support role, but he's a pretty strong offlaner, even on his own. He's a really annoying hero to play against. That Aphotic Shield is really strong with the Mist Coil. You can deal a big burst of magical damage right there.
I do like to play Abaddon in the
Dire
off lane
team
myself
ban.
quite a bit. I'm pretty greedy though. I'll go ahead and get a Radiance fairly early on, and maybe a Mask of Madness as well. I feel with the borrowed time, it kind of helps you regen health though. Alchemist banned
10
out as well
seconds
against Not Team Fish.
5 seconds remaining.
don't think there's anyone on their team. Oh well, it does look like Nayballs maybe does occasionally play
Radiant
Alchemist. But
team ban.
I don't know, curious ban there. I think we kind of suck. I don't think they're too bothered about bans here. I think they're pretty sure that it doesn't matter. After seeing that 5 super combo, wombo combo set of heroes, and they weren't
Dire
able to do
team
anything with it,
ban.
I think they're quite confident going into this
Dire
match, especially
team
with the win
pick.
behind them. Might be a bit of a mistake though, like I say, Uncle Bulgaria has his lone druid there, over 200 games on that lone druid, so he certainly knows what he's doing, I expect. Dazzle banned out by not Team Fish, and the Venge banned out by We Kinda Suck. They played the Venge
Radiant
last game,
team
right?
pick.
Yeah, they did. Right now with the Viper pick, the Ogre and Lone Druid, Dire team's pretty hard to kill. With just the Witch Shot kind of bad already, they're going to struggle to kill these 2 heroes. They're going to need to pick up something with high DPS, I think.
Yeah, no real burst damage. Miss Coil's quite good damage, but I mean it's not great.
10 seconds
Obviously,
remaining.
Miss Coil plus Aphotic Shield Explosion does give you a
5
fair bit
seconds
of damage.
remaining.
Maybe about 250 or something like that with the Maledict. But I mean these guys are going to be in separate lanes, so I mean
Reserve
it's probably not going
time.
to come into 4 until the team fights. Ooh, we kind of suck
Dire
picking up
team
Medusa. So we already have the Viper picked up, who's pretty strong early game with the Nether Toxin. We got the Lone Druid picked up, who can just push towers like nobody's business, and we got Ogre Magi for, like, once you combine that Bloodlust with the Bear, like, towers just go down.
Oh, that Animage pick was far too obvious. Their team's really greedy now, but I think the Animage counter to the Medusa, it makes it sort of no matter, and Animage is a lot faster at farming in the mid game than Medusa's.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, that's what I was going to say though. Medusa obviously going to take a little bit longer to come online. Anti-mage pickup though, I'm not sure. I mean, yeah, obviously it's a
10
fantastic
seconds
hard
remaining.
counter to Medusa, but I'm not sure they even get. I mean, if they'd went for
5
something a little bit
seconds
more
remaining.
pushy early on. I mean, obviously anti-mage can split push like nobody's business as well, but I don't know. It's a
Dire
curious pickup. I
team
think
back.
obviously they kind of want to counter the Medusa there, but I think they could have went with something else with a little bit more early play here. So probably going to see this game extending out to 25, maybe 30 minutes, basically with those 2 heroes in the pool. Any push made by either
10
team is going to
seconds
be
remaining.
countered by, you know, the Clinks also obviously gives the option
5
to counter
seconds
there. Clink's a big
remaining.
hero for Paul, so we might even see that Clinks in mid.
Reserve time.
I think it will be a Clinks mid. Medusa needs to safe farm too much this game.
Are we going to have Witch
But
Doctor
I think-
Mabad and babysitting?
I think Lynx is better in the safe lane here. Put Medusa mid. Viper can't really kill her with the
Radiant team ban.
mana shield up, and Clinks is really good at killing the Lone Druid Bear. So if they get like a Witch Doctor stun and Clinks just full on burst damage on the bear will just melt and Lone Druid will be forced to go out the lane.
10 seconds
Yeah, you can always
remaining.
retreat to the jungle, I
And-
suppose.
Dire team.
Yeah, he can definitely retreat back to the jungle. But that would mean easy free farm from Clinks, and then
Radiant team
when he
pick.
gets level 6, he can just go roam about the map and let one of the supports get easy experience in the lane.
Yeah, or they could swap up the lanes, and if Abaddon is going to be in the off lane, he could move into the safe lane and pick up extra farm there. Same goes for Medusa, depending on how the lanes go. We've got Bounty Hunter though, so I'm not sure. That's just to counter the Clinks, right? That's just to keep an eye on him. Try and get the
10
level 6
seconds
early,
remaining.
so that they can keep a track of where Clinks is, even when he's in Viz.
5 seconds
Right
remaining.
now, the Dire team is ridiculously greedy. Every hero on that team needs farm, they're all really weak during the early game.
Yeah, that allows the Radiant team to actually move about the map and get easy pickoffs on Dire, because they have no reliable support on the lineup.
Did you have?
So whoever
did you
gets
have the
picked
top
off
gold,
is
though?
basically in that team.
Oh, Spirit Breaker, that's going to be rough. That does obviously offer the option to counter any anti-mage split push and maybe catch some people out.
Yeah, Spirit Breaker is the best hero to do that. If you see someone farming where they shouldn't be, Spirit Breaker's going to punish that. And you always have teammates to TP in to help during the early game as well, which is going to be the most important part of this game.
Prepare for battle.
If we have a look then at which people have picked up which heroes, we've got Tyree on the Medusa, so possibly they will go. Oh, it looks kind of like they're heading mid there. Gref, it looks like he will be in the off lane there because we've got Copless on the Spirit Breaker, so possibly more of a supporty kind of Spirit Breaker there. Copless was the IO player in the previous game. I don't know how they'll actually. I don't know how they'll actually play it. But that's what I'm thinking. Nayballs then picks up the anti-mage, no surprise there. Uncle Bulgaria picks up the lone druid, again like I said, no surprise there. Zizan going to go mid with the Viper as expected. Pitchwife going to be a roaming support on the Bounty Hunter, and Zork then on the Ogre Magi. Like I say, don't know much about Zork. Obviously he's been drafted in for this because of the injury. And we'll have to wait and see what he's made of.
30
the bear's
seconds
down
to
here
battle.
early on. Just scouting out with the bear, I think obviously you can just pull it back. Didn't manage to put down any wards around there, so it is literally for scouting and just trying to pull them away from this rune, and it's working really well. We got I mean, the timing's not perfect though. Unfortunately, they are able to come back and respond to it. Copless just going to sit here and zone
The
out Uncle
battle
Bulgaria while Tyree
begins.
picks up the rune. It does look like we're going to see kills in mid. Are we? No, I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. He's not moved down to the position yet, but no. Paul is going safe lane. Medusa will go into the mid lane as you predicted there, Matzo. And Zizan then with the better creep block, obviously, just from the fact that he was in the lane there. So tell me, when Medusa doesn't have her mana shield up and you start to get her hit points down, will even when she's got mana shield up, will Viper still get his damage bonus? Any idea, Matzo? I think Xenotron has gone away for 2 seconds here.
First blood.
Oh, an early first blood against Uncle Bulgaria in the safe lane there. The combination of Xerxes and Copless, that's 2 sets of bash there. I mean, he did take the Charge of Darkness, which offers a small stun, and there is a Paralyzing Cask on the Witch Doctor. So, first blood going once again to We Kinda Suck. Yeah, let's, was it the offlaner that went down last time as well? I think it might have been. Be interesting to check that later. Having a look at the items here, there was a smoke picked up by Kirstis, but they didn't actually end up needing to use it. And a full set of tangos though on Tyree in the mid there on Medusa, as well as 2 Fairy Fires. So Viper did have the early lead with the mid there now, but Medusa kind of catching up now. Medusa a little bit of a pain to last hit with initially, but Tyree not suffering from that at all. I think maybe the 2 Fairy Fires helping her out there with the initial last hits. She's also got the Ring of Basilius now.
Anti-mage is getting harassed too much in this off lane. Like we said before, the team's a bit greedy. They've got no reliable support, and Ogre's trying to harass a ranged hero and Abaddon, and that's just, it's not going to work out well. An anti-mage only bought 1 set of regen, 4 tangos, and if you're going into lane, every hero should buy 2 sets of regen. Like with another set of tangos or another salve could go a very long way.
Yeah, I mean there is a salve and a tangos on Zork, so maybe he's just going to rely on that. But I mean Zork's going to need it himself if he's going to be doing the harassing. I mean he's going to need to be able to have the sustain. And obviously
Dire's
Kirstis
middle
has
tower
got
is
a
under
couple
attack.
of he's got some clarities there on Kirstis. Obviously he's got clarity there, and he also has the healing ability as well, which will help out them with their early sustain. And it looks like Klink's picked off Lone Druid again there. I didn't quite see that happening, but yeah, as expected, Klink's able to, in the early game at least, really destroy that Lone Druid. Obviously Gref as well with the Aphotic Shield, kind of able to tank quite a bit of damage with that. Anything that you do put on them is gonna cost you. Oh, Uncle Bulgaria TPing back in, and we need to be careful here. Obviously, Paul already quite ahead on farm as far as the net worth goes. Viper managing to hold his own though in mid against the Medusa, but then we kind of expect that for the earlier part of the game there, and it's not holding them back as far as farm is concerned. He's still managing to find the farm there. And Abaddon goes down in the top. No, Abaddon takes Anti-Mage in the top here. And it looks like Zork is going to swiftly follow. There was a rotation by Copless on the Spirit Breaker there. And I mean, another smooth rotation, I think, by We Kinda Suck. Just allowing them to pick off that Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage doesn't obviously want to die too much, and I think this is a bit of a mistake. The Pitchwife is going to get all the golden XP here. Don't clear the wave, man. You're going to need that.
Dire's top tower is under
Nabal's
attack.
not able to pick up anything there, but he will pick up some last hits now, and hopefully start to get his. You think Battle Fury first for Anti-Mage here? Or
Yeah, definitely. He should still go Battle Fury this game, no matter what. But he should go Power
get a
Jets
headdress
first.
or something, yeah, for his Vlad.
Yeah, headdress is really good. Yeah. Power Jets headdress into the Ring of Health for sure, and then slowly progress into that Battle Fury.
Yeah. Don't be too greedy with it.
But they have to. They need lane wards for anti-mage for sure, just to make sure he's really safe in that lane.
I don't know about Pitchwife's rotation to mid here. I mean, obviously they are trying to harass Tyree a little bit, but Kirstez is also in attendance here, and they're going to have to be careful the Viper doesn't get caught out with the cask. Oh, he's backed up now anyway. There is a sentry obviously here already for the Radiant. They're aware that that was going to be an option, and I think they had that in the last game as well. They're pretty good with their wards, and I think that's probably down to the support play. Uncle Bulgaria has actually backed off to the jungle as well here. The hard counts, he's not going to get anything out of the lane, which means that Paul will get pretty much free farm on the Clinks, and I mean, we'll see how that pans out, but I think it's probably going to be, he's already ahead on net worth. He's going to find his level 6.
I think very soon this Clink's going to snowball out of control, and he's just not going to let anyone else on the Dire team farm, and that's exactly what they want, because Dusa needs that space so she can farm. And once Dusa gets that farm, if she gets ahead of the anti-mage, he probably won't even be a problem in the super late game.
Dire's middle tower is
Yeah,
under
like
Yeah,
I say,
definitely. WKS should just rotate for hero stop and just stop the anti-mage from farming. They have way better heroes to fight early on.
That was a decent fight there. I thought they were going to lose a couple of heroes there, but Zork on the Ogre Magi managing to do a little bit of damage. But there is a charge in. I'm not sure if that charge is going to be cancelled. But the position of Zork means that there's no need to cancel it. He's just going to catch him out on the edge of the fight there. Nothing the Dire heroes can do about it.
17% again.
Yeah,
Dire's
fucking
middle
bullshit.
tower is under attack.
17% my ass. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, they
if
fucking
he'd have
changed
stuck
it, and
together-
it's still just as bad as before.
If they'd stuck together, though, I think that was a mistake for the Spirit Breaker. But he just happened to be walking back towards. I don't know what he was I don't know what he was doing. I don't know why he walked back that way, but just left him exposed. And obviously, Spirit Breaker charge was able to connect, and that was the end of him there. Yeah, as you were saying though, if the anti-mage doesn't get the farm, not going to be too much of a problem for the Medusa.
Yeah.
This is gonna be
Anti-mage should
nice.
tank up. He needs to get a few points in the stats. Leave out the points in his mana break and blink. Just get some stats items, stat points. So he's gonna get some HP and be able to survive for a bit longer.
Way too many points in mana break this early on, I think, at this particular width. I mean, what?
Yeah.
I mean, what? Maybe one in spell shield.
It's
you
not
know,
needed
just
against an
direction.
Abaddon. And
Yeah, just maybe one in spell shield for the magic resistance, and then the rest pick the stats. So it's going to get picked off though. I mean, not much to do against that. No, I mean, even though the Viper is there with the Aphotic Shield and the Bash from Copless and Kirstez is Voodoo Restoration.
Dire's
Not
middle
much-
tower
not much
is
they
under
can do
attack.
there. And Medusa getting free farm here in mid. The two net worth hero leaders at the moment, leading heroes in net worth at the moment being Medusa and Clinks there. Clinks has found his level 6. Not quite heading to rotate yet. I think he realises he's got a safe lane here. And why rotate when your supports and Copless are doing so much for you already with the offlaner there?
Yeah, Bounty needs his level 6 really fast to actually be able to do something, give some vision for his team.
Dire's middle tower is
Well,
under
that
Stop
and the
attack.
track
rotations from
goals.
WKS.
Track gold will allow them to at least
Dire's middle tower
any
has
kills
fallen.
that they do get then will be worth much more. But I don't know. Clink's just picked off Uncle Bulgaria again. We've got Pitchwife looking for Paul here. He doesn't have track
Yep.
on the Clinks. He
Um,
does have him dusted though. The dust is worn off now.
Dire's
And
middle
Pitchwife
tower
about to be
is
in some
under
serious
attack.
trouble.
Looks like
Can
they're
really
gonna turn this
be
round.
able to turn the fight around now with
Ah,
Spirit
he's
Breaker.
screwed.
Yep, there we go.
Copless though with the
Lundred
reactions, with the
was way
charge.
too close to Clinks right there. He should leave some space between the bear and himself, so he's not gonna get attacked by Clinks.
Yeah, I have to say I'm not impressed
Dire's
with
bottom
Uncle
tower is under
Bulgaria's
attack.
lone druid just yet. I mean, it's difficult against Clinks though. Obviously, he does have very high burst damage. But yeah, I was expecting a little bit more out of him. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know about the bounty hunter pickup either, to be honest. I think maybe something a little bit more
Denied.
traditional support-wise.
I think what they were thinking this game with the bounty pick was that everyone on their team needs a lot of farm, and bounty gives more farm than anything else. And if they do manage to win a team fight, I don't see it happening, but if they do manage to win a big fight or get a couple of towers here and there, once everyone on their team gets farm, they're just going to be unstoppable.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It does give a fair, I can understand what they're thinking. Obviously, with the Clinks there, you can get him tracked up, and you can keep track of him. Track, lol. But you can keep track of him a little bit better. And it looks like
And there's a Lundred getting attacked in bot lane.
Yeah, we're on it. Paul is the Vipers here as well though, and Uncle Bulgaria might be able just to squeeze through here. I don't know if he makes it out. He doesn't quite make it out there. Season doing his best to try and zone them out, and Cobbler's going to be in trouble if the things doesn't come up here now. He is going to be there, and here's a scream from Tyree as well, just to add insult to injury. But he does pick up the Spirit Breaker there. The support Spirit Breaker gets picked off. 2 for 1, but not a good trade. Not a trade that you want to make. Not your Viper. Not like this. Not your mid Viper or your lone druid for 1 Spirit Breaker support. Abaddon's borrowed time then popped, but he's just
Dire's
gonna
bottom
buy him
tower
the time
is
to
under
back off
attack.
here. And they're going to go ahead and push this tower here. Obviously, Tyree finished off mid tower, and the combination of
Dire's
Clinks
bottom
and Tyree
tower
with
has
so much
fallen.
farm at the moment, they're just going to be able to melt 3 towers, no problem at all there.
Yeah,
Dire's bottom tower
Clinks has
is
almost got
under
his silence sticks ready, so once he gets that, he's gonna be able to kill anti-mage every time he sees him, so that's gonna be a really big problem for anti-mage. He's not gonna have any room on the map to farm.
Yeah, he's never going to get the chance to fully come online.
Dire's
Item-wise, I'm
bottom
not sure where
tower
he's
is
at
under
the moment,
attack.
but it's probably not looking good. He went Perseverance first. That's pretty greedy, I have to say.
Dire's bottom tower
He's trying to
has
get the Battle
fallen.
Fury as quickly as possible. I understand why he's done it, but I kind of like the treads for more tankiness, and I like the headdress or the Morbid Mask. I mean, if you pick up the Morbid Mask, you can at least go in and start farming the jungle. If you pick up the headdress, it gives you that little bit more sustain to stay in lane there. Maybe a little bit of a misplay as far as item build is concerned for this particular level of play. He's doing okay on the last hits though. He is managing to sort of stay along with Clinks, but I mean nowhere near the same net worth. Obviously Clinks managing to pick up a good handful of
Just
kills
what
there.
the doctor
5-0.
ordered.
Obviously anti-mage has been picked off once, but yeah, not able to kind of maintain the same amount of farm at all. Clinks with the 12-minute Orchid finish there. If we look around quickly, oh no, anti-mage, no. Yeah, this is
There
gonna
is
get blown
no
up
match
by the
for
triple threat of Copless, Gref, and Kerstez. Pitchwife is going to get caught out by Dust.
Dire's
There's
middle
even
tower
an
is
aggressive
under
earn
attack.
charge in there. Season's here though, he's not going to be able to do anything. This is a mistake. I think they needed to back off there. There is a Maledict, but it's not. Did he get
Look
the
at it
Maledict
go.
off? I don't think he did. Season with the aggressive earn charge then. There is a rotation from Uncle Bulgaria as well, but Paul is also here. And Zork gonna get picked off. This is another tower for sure. They're gonna be able to take this. Season's gonna have to back. He's gonna
Yeah.
defend this.
WKs will just be able to take every tower on the map right now, and there's nothing they can stop them with.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
There's no heroes. There's no way you can stop this push anymore. They're just too far ahead, item-wise and XP-wise, and there's no sustain on the Team Fish, so it's looking really bad for them at the moment. It's really hard for them to make space for anti-mage.
Under attack.
It's only 40 minutes in now, and they're 12,000 gold ahead.
Yeah, it's a huge lead. Items wise, we have a look across the items here. We've got the Aquila Orchid
Dire's
on
top
Paul
tower
on the
has
Plinks.
fallen.
We've got Arcane Boots finished on Kirstez. We've got Vlad's, a full Vlad's, and Phase Boots. I mean,
Radiant's
we're gonna go
bottom
from
tower
there.
is under
This
attack.
Overmage is going to get blown up. Uncle Bulgaria's going to get caught out here as well. Clinks is going to focus in.
Yeah, there's no damage on anti-mage. They're just able to
Dire's middle tower
walk
is
beside him
under
and
attack.
don't care about anything that he does. And this is joining the fight now.
Yeah, Pitch Wife going to get caught out with a bash here.
Yeah,
Go for a high.
they're just gonna get these wrecked right now, and that's pretty much GG right here.
They might beat us for the shortest
Dire's
GG
top
of
tower
the
is
tournament.
under attack.
Yeah, I think if they GG out now, then certainly this will be the shortest game of the tournament so far. This is
They're
more what
bucking
I was
out.
kind
We're
of
all
expecting.
good.
This is more what I was expecting from We Kinda Suck though. They have found their stride after that first match. I think they played a little bit cautiously, and they, like as you said, there was 5 super powerful ults there, and they weren't quite sure. Now, I mean, not Team Fish obviously kind of caught them out a couple of times early on, and were able to pick off the Tiny in the drought, and that, I think made them very wary about the potential of not Team Fish and those ultimates. But yeah, I think they're starting to find their stride a little bit more here, and I mean, they've got all the tier 2s are gone now, so when they do go to break base, they're going to be able just to go for the clean sweep. Not Team Fish, probably not feeling too great about this situation at the moment, but I mean, it's just down to like I mean, the first game they had super greedy picks. This game they've got super greedy picks. They weren't quite able to. The first game was a lot closer. They weren't quite able to pull off those combos. And this game, obviously, they just don't have the farm. They just don't have anything to stop this. And it's pretty clear as well. I think that We Kinda Suck are a much smoother machine when it comes to their team fight and how their team operates together in general. Not necessarily in the actual team fight engagements, but just as far as moving around the map and responding to stuff. Pitchwife's just getting picked off by Paul there, and it looks like Zork is going to find the same S4 rune as well. He's going to back it though. Going to come around from the side here. I don't know why. I think he was probably a little bit concerned that Zizim was going to move in on him, but I think he takes them both, even with right-click damage at this point in time.
One thing I was wanting to say is that even though the anti-mage has been like stomped this entire game, I would say he got a not bad time for his Battle Fury at 16 minutes, which is
That's decent.
like
That is decent, yeah.
it's not the best time considering he's only got boots and a poor man shield. But
Exactly.
I'll give him that. He's gotten something out of this ordeal.
That's what I was going to counter that with. It's like, yes, he does have his Battle Fury, but normally around about 17 minutes we'd expect to see Treads and a headdress, or Treads and a mask as well as the Battle Fury, but at least he's got the Battle Fury, so I mean, he can do something. If you look at his last hits as well, if you look at last hits in general, he is actually second for last hits. And I mean, that's, you kind of expect it from Anti-Mage, but I mean, Medusa has her split shot now, so I mean, between the two of them, it's gonna be a tough old slog for last hits at least. I don't know about net worth so much. I think probably way in the favour of Medusa at the moment. Yeah, we've got like a 3k advantage on Clinks and a 2.5k advantage on Medusa. But yeah, no, he's actually managing to do not too bad given the circumstances. I think even now they're gonna go for this
Dire's
run.
top tower
It's just
has
Tyree
fallen.
there though, right? Oh, we've got Princess as well, and there comes Sven.
Oh, look at it go!
And Coppless with the Glimmer Cape on.
That's
Look at
the
Glimmer Cape
medicinal.
taking this one.
Yeah, they're pushing them back now. They're catching them off one by one. Yeah.
They're also low there as well. That fire shield going to do some serious damage. We've got a buyback
Dire's
from
top
Bulgaria,
barracks
but
are under attack.
I just don't think he's got the damage yet to be able to do anything.
Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's top barracks has fallen.
So a set of rocks then, and they're pushing them into the final
Look at
four.
it go.
I don't know about that. It's maybe rotation would be better, but they're so. I mean, they're so capable of just picking off their heroes here at this point that I wouldn't be surprised if they tell a dive. I'm to be honest.
There's just too much damage output from WKS at this moment.
Yeah, I mean, Paul's got his Deso finish now as well. Deso plus. Okay, look at that damage. Goes down in like 2 or 3 hits.
Anthony just got free hit there with that Deso clang.
Blown up, blown up. I mean, and it is. He doesn't have boots.
I think we're
so
looking at GG
He
soon.
doesn't have the
Dire's
extra.
middle
He
tower
doesn't have
is
the
under
extra hit points from
attack.
the boots. Do you know what I mean? Nothing to keep him in the fight there. There's KT.
I guess that's a good bait idea from Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, bring them in with the tea and the cake. Skadi
Dire's
picked up
middle
for
tower
Tyree
is under
at
attack.
19 minutes. There's a Yasha there as well. Copless actually was the one that picked up the Glimmer Cape.
Endurance run.
Quite a surprising,
Here, catch.
quite a surprising pickup for Squidward. I've not seen that before. Obviously the magic resistance is really nice. Nate Balls though managing to
Dire's
finally pick up a
middle
kill
tower
there.
is under
Kill
attack.
on the Witch Doctor. Kind of blink out of there. I mean, should Nate Balls be elsewhere in the map, split pushing bottom lane perhaps right now?
Well,
Yeah,
he's just
and-
stopped them taking their base, so well for a couple
Dire's
seconds.
middle tower
Yeah,
is
that
under
was
He's
definitely
done
enough
something
space
there.
for Anthony to get a tier 1, maybe even a tier 2 in the bot lane for sure. Try and get WKS out of your base and as fast as you can. Make sure you get some farm on anti-mage, split push, put some pressure on the map.
Yeah, I mean if you
They're,
want to have anti-mage,
they're pretty low on HP and mana now.
if you want to have anti-mage in defending the base, then Uncle Bulgaria can split push. Do you know what I mean? But they need to. I don't know. I think they need to do something if they want to get anywhere. But I don't know, guys. This is pretty dire for the dire once again.
Yes,
Yeah.
not looking
This
This
good.
is a
so-
one-handed game right here, yeah.
Yeah.
If WKS should just get Russian right now and then just finish the game
20.
straight up.
24k x gold difference. At 20 minutes.
Haste.
That's 1.1k per minute basically. That's huge, man. And this Roche gonna go down so fast. Quickly called it out, obviously. Why not? Let's go and get Roche for the high ground push. They are aware, though. I think they're aware that they're what they're up to. Don't know if they're
Roshan has fallen to the
certainly
ring.
not in time. I know maybe the anti-mage could have blinked in there, but if you blink in, you ain't blinking out, so I can understand not wanting to go for it. Obviously, if he goes down, it is certainly GG. It's going to be difficult for them to hold. Oh, here we go then. This could be the final team fight here. Tidy with the Skadi, Kerstez with the Pokemon. Ogre Mayor's going to go down in no time at all. The Bear's going to be fine, though. He's going to back off. Pitchwife's just kind of hanging around on the edge here. Don't know if he's able to...
Well, the wrist pains Mason. How can we help him?
Oh, Nabal's just getting picked off though by Clint's in the top lane there. He did try to go out and do a little bit of split pushing, but what we've got going on here in the mid, Bounty Hunter getting destroyed by triple threat from Tyree, Kirstez and Graf. They surely go high ground now and finish it off. I don't think there's buyback for the
Dire's
Army
middle
Mage.
tower is under
No
attack.
buyback for the Army
Here,
Mage.
catch.
No buyback for anyone actually on
Yeah. I don't even think Tom Mason can save them now.
Dire's middle tower
Wait
has fallen.
for it.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Which Dr. Al then takes out Zord and Season, obviously they're going to be in a bit of
Dire's
trouble
middle
here as well. They can't
barracks
slow him
has
though,
fallen.
there's nothing to stop him from just going back into the fountain there. And that's
Dire's
GG,
middle
called.
tower is under attack.
I hope we get a polite GG here though, and actually GG. As
Radiant
opposed to
victory.
what we
Yeah.
saw in one of the previous games.
Good manners this game so far.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Yeah, we kind of suck. I mean, like I say, I was kind of expecting this from what I understand of the team. I expected them to dominate the game much more so than they did in the previous game. So it just kind of goes to show that in the previous game, Not Team Fish did a really stellar effort for their particular level. And I mean, hopefully they do a little bit better in the lower bracket. But I think these guys might actually finish second in this. No, Team Straight I think will we'll probably deal with them quite handily as well. Anyway, guys, thank
Yeah,
you
team
so
straight
much.
we can stop.
Thank you so much for joining me today in the commentators box. It was a lot of fun. We might have another match in a minute with We Kinda Suck up against Team Straight. I'm really looking forward to that matchup because I feel that those two teams are pretty similar ability. If you guys want to join me for that, I'd be quite happy to have you. Anyway, we'll catch you later.
Thank you